Now, the 2014 mining endeavour has kicked off in Cape Town, and Forbes Africa editor-in-chief Chris Bishop caught up with the Minister of Energy and Minerals in Somaliland on the country's potential to be a mining destination. Let's take a look.
Our country is, I guess one of the last frontiers, I would say. I like to think of it as one of the last frontiers of basically tapping natural resources. We have done very little in the extractive sector in Somaliland, but it has a very high potential. And we are part of the Mozambique belt. We have all the base metals, so it's absolutely our aspirations to join our neighbors in Africa, in East Africa and Southern Africa, to basically be a mining destination at some point and not in the too distant future.
Now, your country has been independent since 1960. You were telling me that there was virtually nothing done in terms of exploration of the minerals of the country up to then. Are you looking to profit where perhaps the colonialists were sleeping?
There has been limited mining activities in Somaliland since we gained independence. We had a very turbulent history after independence because we joined a union with Somalia, which was then the Somalia-Italia. And as a result of that union, we've had difficulties. And our history has been really one that did not really attract investment because of there was wars and conflicts in the region. And as a result, that is really, I'm sure it was one of the reasons that investors, money and capital don't really like risk, resulted in really, us becoming far behind than other countries in Africa in terms of, the extractive industries. But right now, we haven't had any such conflicts for 20+ years now. We're one of the most stable parts of the Horn of Africa right now. And we're basically trying to convince the mining community that indeed Somaliland is ready to become a mining destination.
Now you have got 4 international oil companies operating in Sunny. I mean, what are the hopes there?
I think it's we're very hopeful that we will definitely be a producing country in not too distant future, because I'm a petroleum engineer. That's my back alley, and we have all the telltale and hallmarks of basically an area that is conducive to oil and gas entrapments. So we know we have petroleum systems developed in Somaliland, just like Yemen, which has the same type of geology, which the Arabian plate was part of the African plate at some point, 800 million years ago they separated. So it's the same type of geology that's producing in Yemen that we have in Somaliland. So we are absolutely positively confident that if we finish this phase of exploration, which is hopefully most of it's going to happen this year, that we will hopefully in 2015 drill our first exploratory well, and it'll be a discovery.
As you know, international investment is scarce right now. What are the greatest problems Somaliland's going to face in terms of getting that investment?
I would say one of the biggest challenges that we have is the perceived above ground risk, which we don't have any of. You talk about security, we are as stable as it gets for 22+ years. You're talking about issues of terrorism or piracy or anything, or all these things that are always basically kind of like looked at in terms of this area being really the areas that people really worry about these type of things. We never had any of the sorts, and this I think would be the biggest challenge, to convince the mining communities that indeed Somaliland is different. It's one of those areas. It's just a beacon of stability in the Horn of Africa, and the only way you can really kind of find out about it is just come visit.
So a lot of people would say that you've still got a forlorn hope. I mean, Somalia is not a mining nation. You don't have the engineers, the skills, the infrastructure that other countries that are struggling to get investment have got. What would you say to that?
Well, we're off the beaten path. We will definitely be, willing to provide incentives that may not be available in those advanced mining countries in Africa. So I would say, if a company is willing to take the risk to come in and get on the ground floor, we are willing to really kind of, we have an open door policy in terms of mining. We have we're working on a very progressive mining code that would basically provide better terms than established mining destinations. So I would say companies that are really willing to really kind of get off the beaten path and come to a country like us, which is a virgin territory, a green field, the upside is going to be much higher.